Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Queen with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Queen, come on and spill the tea. Hey Queen, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Queen, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey. Hey Queen.
Hello, my wonderful gay babies, and welcome to another gay-spirational episode of Hey Queen with me, Jonny McGovern. We have a very special show today. One of my very favorite homo homies in the whole world is here, and he has a big, fancy movie with movie stars that he wrote and he's in that's out. Oh, snap! But before we get to him, I have a very special someone that I have to introduce. She is my great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. She is so amazing that every other day of the year, she dressed down so that on Halloween, she could take a day off. And she only trick-or-treated at one place, KFC. It's Lady Red Couture! Hey, Queen!
Hey, Queen!
Oh, Lady Red, are you going to church? After we do the show? Because you look so classy and presentable.
So silly. I was going to the Legends Ball, but they didn't choose me, so yeah.
This is a very appropriate Legends Ball outfit.
Yes, this is my dirty Oprah look.
Oh, that's dirty Oprah?
Yeah.
you snuck into Oprah's house, picked it up off the floor, and ran out real quick.
You already know.
You're like, I don't want to wash it because it has that Oprah dirt on it. I think you look like a classy lady.
Oh, I like that it fits, you know, and everything, but it still smells like Gail a little bit, relative.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah,
let me just cross off having Oprah on the show ever. What do you have right there?
Oh my goodness, I have my special Subway sandwich.
Oh.
You know, because when you go to Subway, they let you make your own sandwich.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that concept. I just found that out.
Is this one of those white people things you didn't know about?
Well, you know, because white people, I don't really go to have people make sandwiches for me.
Right?
I make my own shit.
You do,
So yeah, it's interesting that you can go to a place where they have it so that you can have them make it.
I think they have it your way is maybe their thing.
It's just wonderful. It's just wonderful because you get to tell them specifically what the fuck you want on your sandwich.
That's true.
So when you tell them, you know, you start out nice. Oh, could you please open up the bread? Yes. A little Italian urban cheese. Could you put a little mayo? No. See, the way I have to do it, I got to get ghetto from the beginning. I say, hi, could you lay the bread down? Yes. I would like 2 of them. Okay, let's get started.
Okay. This bitch means business.
I'll tell them in a minute. I say, now, I'm going to have a meatball sandwich, but check this out. I don't want no motherfucking meatballs on there before I get the mayonnaise and the chase, okay? Put it in order, Because when you crush the sandwich all together, Jonny McGovern, it makes a special bond in your soul.
Oh, it does. Now, that's your special sandwich, right? Because it has mayonnaise,
meatballs, feta cheese, a pepper jack cheese, pepperoni, with a little more feta, the creamy sriracha, and of course, you know, it's topped off with just a little more feta.
A little more feta. Yeah. Well, that's a Lady Red sandwich. God bless. You know I love to get you snacks.
Well, I mean, who needs herbs and peppers, right?
Right. Now, if you don't know, everybody, Lady Red and I do spend a lot of time together, and we hang out during the week.
Yes,
if you do the podcast, we stay over at my house.
Yes.
And we also get snacks before the show for Lady Red. We always be driving in my car, driving to go someplace. Lady Red needs a new wig. We go pick it up. We hang out a lot.
That's fun.
And everybody that knows us is always like, y'all must be spilling so much tea in the car together. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the car. And Lady Red, we do spill a lot of tea.
We do.
We do spill a lot of delicious,
gives it to the children.
Tasty tea.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, you guys can be a fly on the wall because Lady Red and I have a little special side project coming out. A little something called Riding with Jonny and Lady Red, and we're going to preview it for you today. So let's take a look at Lady Red and I riding.
Jonny and Lady Red.
One of her husbands husband's friends, he was cool.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. He's straight, you know, because, you know, I don't really do with the straight man because they be trying to get you and want you
What
to
do you mean you don't do it with the straight man?
I mean, I said, I
that
don't really
is
deal.
mostly what you do.
I fuck them, I just don't deal with them. I don't have conversations and hang out in public and shit.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
In the dark, here, take this dick. Okay, but see. So we hung out and he was really nice to me. You know, kind of weird. He kept asking me silly questions like, how was your head? And I'm like, what you mean, how's my head? I think it's fine. He said, no, how's your head? He was like, you know, is it sloppy? Is it wet? Is it good? Is it strong? You got strong jaws, you know?
Lady Red, you're like Blanche Devereaux. Wherever you go, you find a man.
Well, he wanted to know. And my problem is, you know, just because you're beautiful don't mean you have to be, you know, stuck up. It's okay to be easy and pretty.
I
You understand what I'm
agree.
saying?
That's my favorite kind of
Because
people.
one day I ain't going to be pretty, but I'll always be easy. See, that's the difference.
Yes.
And then when you show yourself friendly, people like to be friendly to you. That's how people give me so much things. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If I was ever hungry, I'd just go up to a KFC and, how you doing? Can I speak to the manager? I would just like a 2-piece and a biscuit. If that's okay, you're going to throw one out in just a minute. I know it. That chicken, give me the hardest chicken you got, honey. As long as it's edible, I'm fine. You know what I mean? And then when they say, oh, no, we can't do that, then you say, well, motherfucker, let me tell you what's going to happen. Either you're going to give me a 2-piece and a biscuit or I'm going to assault everybody that comes up here. And if you call the police, I'm going to say that you have assaulted me and you are personally giving me a hate crime experience.
Wow, a hate crime experience.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
I remember when we went to Pavilions and it was the end of the night and we were getting fried chicken.
Yes!
And you went up to the man and you said, how much for the entire case? I know you're going to throw it away. I know you're going to throw it away.
Was I wrong?
You were not wrong.
The chicken was hard anyway.
You got
shit.
a lot of extra chicken.
Yes, he didn't have nothing else to do. Go sit there and leave 2 pieces in a little thing.
That's true.
Talking about, well, I counted it out. It was 16. I said, what you going to do with them 2 pieces? You going to throw them away, right? He said, well, yes, you're going to throw them away. Sir, you're not going to eat that. Sir, could you just put it in there? I throw in a little macaroni and cheese.
I'm throwing a little macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, the skin is on top of it. I know ain't nobody going to buy that, please. You know, you got to talk to me.
I like how it moves. I can't wait for us to be able to get money, so you don't have to rip off any more people at KFC. You don't have to tell them that you're going to get a hate crime experience. I'm going to tell them I had a hate crime experience.
Well, I mean,
if I don't get that feature.
You have to go ahead and make life work for you.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
bitch.
And when people staring at you all day, you might as well give them a show.
That is one thing. You are you, no matter what, and that's one of the things I love.
But you don't want to do it for free. So I gotta have something coming
Gotta
to me.
get some chicken.
Yes, bitch, I need some chicken. Or a soda.
Or a biscuit, or some mashed potatoes.
Oh my God, please.
Or a $5 fill-up box for $0.
I'm saying, if he just let me lick his finger right after he stick it in the gravy, we good. Damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Lady Red, you are a funny motherfucker. I just love all my conversations with Lady Red so much that I've decided to share them with you. So for the next couple weeks, you'll be able to check out Riding with Jonny and Lady Red on my YouTube channel, The Jonny McGovern Show. And you can get a little bit of our personal dealings on the side of our delightful stuff here on the stream. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness. Well, honey, today we got one of my very best friends on the show. Yes. I'm very excited. He has a big new movie coming out and he's in a million projects. He's worked with every celebrity. Mr. Sam Pancake is here and he's going to be with us right after this very gay break. Yeah!
It's gonna be the gayest of all time, better make it out tonight. It's amazing, rainbow bright. It's the gayest of all time. You got me hypnotized. That shit is supersized. That thing was hand pride. You know about me, well forget what you heard. I want a sexy nerd. In areas I like your man. Areas you know I like to lick your middle-aged lady in my aerobics class, doing everything modified. Texting on the dance floor. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, it's the gayest of all time.
Our guest today has been through it in Hollywood, darling. She's worked with them all. She's been through it all. She's had a lot of different spunky hairdos. And her newest big movie is called Space Station 76, starring Liv Tyler and Patrick Wilson. Let's take a look.
Unidentified pod approaching.
Scan ship identification code.
Scanning. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lieutenant Marlowe, you're cleared for landing. Welcome to Omega 76.
Hello.
Hello.
Shall we take a voyage of discovery together?
Why not?
How have things been on the ship for you?
I've been working my ass off down here, okay?
Perhaps you would like to try Valium.
I have just been feeling so much better since we started treatment.
What are you thinking in the midst of this silence?
I think this will be a learning experience for both of us.
You have to be a friend to have a friend.
Let's see if I can help you out with that.
It's probably better if you don't do that when I'm practicing yoga. I could get hurt.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
A female captain?
You see the new girl? Nice ass.
She just better wear a bra, that's all I'm saying.
It's said that in space, no one can hear you scream. Tell that to the residents of Space Station 76.
Engine powering up, engine powering down.
Sorry.
Has a mind of its own.
Captain Glenn Terry, here is your
RV wallbanger. I didn't order that.
What, sir?
I would never order an alcoholic beverage on the bridge.
Space Station 76.
Hey, Queen!
And here he is, one of my favorite people in the world, Mr. Sam Pancake! Oh, I like you being very masculine for your intro.
Yeah, Johnny, just so happy to be here, man.
Just really happy to be here, man.
Fucking awesome, bro.
Wow. All right, snap out of it.
Wow,
Snap
hey!
out. There we go. That's what hey, Qween. Hey, Qween. Oh, hello, Hunty.
Hi, baby. Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here, and you're dressed so youthfully.
Well, I tell you what, I just wanted to bring a little of my hibiscus fever dream look.
No one would ever know you started in the beauties of 1928, Hollywood's greatest variety show before Prohibition.
Well, back then in the silent pictures, well, they couldn't really get the full experience of my voice. And thank God they do now.
Well, let's talk about right at the top. Well, first of all, we should get something out of the way. Like I said, Sam Pancake and I are very close friends. Cut to the picture of us being friends on the red carpet.
Yay!
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was an officially sanctioned photo from the paparazzi.
That was in magazines and on websites.
Bing boom. Very fancy. Now, if you we made it, Sam Pancake. We did it.
And curtain.
Now, I just want to let you know, Lady Red, Sam Pancake is not actually made of pancakes. So don't be trying to come over here and lick on his syrup.
Oh, please, honey, I'll be over there in a minute.
You can bite on me. You can bite right on me.
She's got a sandwich already, so you're safe for
I would
a
like
little
my
while.
new drag name to be Creamy Sriracha.
Creamy Sriracha?
Isn't that a good drag name?
Girl, I can't wait to see you at Ripples. Creamy Sriracha and Lady Red are doing a new show.
Sriracha. Boom.
Now, we'll get into all of your work, but in case you don't know Sam Pancake, you probably do know Sam Pancake, because before I met Sam Pancake, I thought I didn't know Sam Pancake. And then we started to become really good friends, and I was like, wait a minute, I saw that bitch on Arrested Development, I saw him on Curb Your Enthusiasm, on The West Wing, on Friends. I mean, you've been everywhere, honey. You've done it, and like I said, you did it with a spunky hairdo.
I have a lot. My hair game was all over the map. My demo reel that we actors have, I'm like, what the fuck was going on there? Yeah. I've been out on the old host role for many a moon, Johnny. Many a moon.
Yes. Earlier today, Sam was joking to me that he was not out, and I said, sorry, your hairdo in the 90s says otherwise, because it was like a spunky swerve.
Oh my God, you should see my full-on curly bob to here in the
Whoa.
80s, late 80s. Oh yeah, when I came it was like mushroom, yeah.
Well, let's talk first of all about Space
I like how
Station.
the Q is just circling my head. Did you see that?
No,
How
I did
perfectly?
not. But let's
it
take a look.
moved again.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it
Oh,
moved.
there it is, like a halo.
Oh, now it's a W.
Like
Like,
a
like
halo.
horns.
All right, try to keep your eyes off the monitor. Keep focused. Keep focused. Okay, let's talk about Space Station 76, your big new project with movie stars
Yes.
that started as some shit you probably did in the basement.
Well, in 2001, Jack Plotnick, who directed the film and also was one of the co-writers, good friend of mine, we'd done a lot of projects together before, gathered me and three other writers, there are 5 of us, Michael Stoyanoff from TV's Blossom.
Oh, you got that Blossom money, honey.
Funny, fun trivia fact, Khalil Rocha, who's been in tons of shit, and Jennifer Lee Cox, who's been in tons of shit, including Jan from the Brady Bunch movies. He's like, I want to write this play through improv. I want to develop through improv. We're each going to have a character, and I want it set in that weird time, like where what they promised us in the 70s the future would be like, but it never came true.
Right.
It's like robots and, you know, mechanical arms, and you live in space stations and eat pills for food.
With jumpsuits. With sexy cut jumpsuits.
And big feathered hair.
Big feathered hair, yes.
But it didn't happen in real life, so we set it in that weird retro past.
And this was in the 2000s, 2001. You did it, so early 2000s, almost the 90s.
Almost the 90s.
You probably had a spunky do still.
Oh, my dude. Well, I can show you pictures, but I won't.
Okay.
Don't bring them. But I did grow a stash. So we did the play. I played Captain Glenn Terry, the role I created and wrote and performed on stage, which is Patrick Wilson in the movie.
Wow.
And so Jack, this was his baby, his dream, his vision. We sold it first as a sitcom pilot to Comedy Central in like 2003.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't get made. And then Jack kept at it because it was, like I said, his dream project. And he knows how to fucking obsess about something and make it happen, which is a great quality to have in this town, as you know. So,
don't I know it?
Cut 2, bitch, got it all together. He got Liv Tyler. We all took a step down in our roles, like Khalil Rocha, who's in the movie as Donna, who's amazing. She was Liv's role. I was Patrick's role. Jack Plotnick was Matt Bomer's role, and Marissa Coughlan was Jen's role, and Michael Stoyanov is the voice of the Dr. Robot, the robot therapist. So we all are in the movie to a certain degree, but we had stars, because I forgot to become a movie star in the last 13 years. So I have a little part in the movie, but co-writer credit and the money and all that stuff. So it's very exciting.
And it's a big budget movie.
Yeah, you can rent it now on digital and all platforms right now. Digital, VOD, DVD, iTunes, I think, all that shit.
You premiered at Outfest and...
Well, first at South by Southwest.
Oh,
we got rave reviews in Austin. That was really fun. And then Outfest this July, and then we had a screening here, a small release in New York, LA. In September, and now it's everywhere.
Everywhere. So, well, bravo for getting a big-ass movie.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you have one part in it where you get a good moment.
I smoke a lot. I'm like a gay smoking smirk, basically.
Oh, that's good.
It's all to Jack Plotnick. He fucking made it happen.
Well, congratulations to him. The movie looks great. I would definitely highly recommend it to everyone. It's very funny, and it's very stylized.
Yeah, but also dark and melancholy.
Yes.
It ain't wacky. It's dark.
I mean, it's a movie that's a little hard to sell because it's kind of about being lonely in space, but it's still really, really funny.
Good, yes.
It's good. It's really good. So I highly recommend it. Lady Red, you can watch it when you come over to my house. I'll order on PPV.
Yeah.
And we'll eat pancakes while we do it.
Yeah.
With extra syrup.
With a little extra syrup.
And creamy sriracha on top.
Oh, no, creamy sriracha will perform at the after party. So, Sam, you have been in Hollywood for a long time. You're much older than you look.
Thank you, Johnny, for pointing that out. Oh, ding, dang, dong. I'll take tapes down my face.
You look great. I mean, but you've really been working it in Hollywood for a long time, but of course you weren't born in Hollywood.
No.
And I'd like to announce to everyone, this is something I did not know when I met Sam Pancake. His real name is Pancake.
Yes,
I met you and I thought you were some artsy fag who changed his name.
Well, I was really Sam Pancake, and I had friends here in LA in the late 80s, early 90s, like David Monster and Sweet Desire Jones. Never thought little Sammy Pancake was just all made up. And then, you know, later, like meeting people like Courtney Love, who, like, I guess it's kind of her real name and stuff like that, and hanging out with her, and then, you know, later knowing people like Rob Zombie and Johnny Knoxville. I remember auditioning with Johnny Knoxville one time and having to slate with him for a commercial.
Really?
Pre his fame. And they go down the line, it's like, "Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville." Everyone laughs, like, and then I was like, "I'm Sam Pancake," and I'm like, I just wanted to say to them, hey, it's my real fucking name. I didn't pull my whole
His is made up. Screw you, Knoxville. That's a fake name, buddy.
That's what I wanted to say. So, you know, through the years, all that shit, later working with Rob Zombie, same thing. So, like, hanging out with Courtney Love and everything, it was
Wait,
so
no, hold on. Hanging out with Courtney Love. Now, these are stories that I've heard when Sam and I go hiking that I would like y'all to hear. Now, tell me about when you started to get to know Courtney Love.
So my friend Joe Mama Nitzborough, another made-up name,
Another
Joe
faker,
Mama.
Another name faker.
Joe Mama, his best friend, Courtney Love, was around, and she was just Joe's crazy, fucked up stripper friend. Right. She'd already been in the movie Sid and Nancy, so I was excited by that because I love that movie.
She had a little bit of fame. Yeah. Because that was like was that a big movie when it came out?
It was big. It was big indie movie.
Big indie movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but nobody knew who she was really, other than indie fans. Not like they did
later. Yeah.
Right.
So we would just go, and he's like, "Oh, we got to pick Courtney up and take her to work." Jumbo's Clown Room. She was stripping. Then later on, she hooked up with Billy Corgan, and then she like met Kurt. And I remember like seeing Courtney Love and Whole play live at the Shamrock in Hollywood, and there were like 7 people in the audience. They played the entire Live Through This album.
Wow.
Still one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, it's a great album.
And then we go up the street, me, Joe, and her, and she's like talking about getting back from Hawaii, and Kurt's gonna propose to her, and like she's gonna marry him, and she left Billy. She picks a fight with the AMPM worker, and like then like months later, going to see Hole open for Smashing Pumpkins at the Whiskey A Go Go, and like me parking my car. I was so much more of a clean teen then.
You were.
Little
but hanging out with Courtney Love and all the rest, but you were a clean teen.
And then like Courtney's laying there literally on the sidewalk as she would, and there's this boy in her lap, this little long-haired blonde boy, and I'm like, oh, there's Kurt, and I met Kurt, and he seemed very sleepy, Johnny.
Very sleepy. Lady Red sleepy in a special kind of way.
Well, you know, once you drug them, you get what you need.
I love that Lady Red just takes it right back where Lady Red needs to go. Don't worry about Kurt Cobain's drug problem. It's good that he was sleepy, so Lady Red could molest him. That's right.
And I remember after the show, just them all going out behind the whiskey, and like my friends kind of going off and being like, come on back. And I was thinking, they're gonna be doing heroin. I can't go back there. It's one of those scenes in my life that's sort of like the end of the after school special, where I realized I can't be with them anymore. And then they got super famous after that.
They did. You were like, shucks, I should have done the heroin. I could have played the tambourine in that band. I could have played the tambourine in Hole.
Ding, dang it. Get some of that Nirvana Nevermind money.
Yes. So you were on so many shows and you worked, and then recently you had to take a little break.
I did. In 2012, all the drinking and partying caught up with me, because you go from like having fun, going out a lot, free booze at so many events, free drinks at so many parties.
And everybody in Hollywood's on coke and doing whatever in the bathroom and all the rest of the things. I mean, like, so, you know, you'd be with a casting director in the bathroom doing coke or drinking or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Sam never told me this. This is just stuff I'm imagining.
Yes, just imagine that, if you will. And just like doing that for years. And guess what? If you don't have a steady job and you have a lot of days off anyway, and
you have that King and Queen's money coming in.
Rolling in it.
And that Friends money.
Oh my God, don't forget about the West Wing money, or the NYPD Blue money.
Oh, snap.
Or the Charmed money.
Oh.
I can keep going.
Yes, you could. Sam will often say, go to IMDb and pack a lunch if you want to see my credits.
I got that from Drew Droege, but yes, I use it for myself.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, where were we? I'm spinning through my career so many names.
We're talking about your little break that you had to take. Now, when I knew Sam Pancake, I know he enjoyed a cocktail or two, but I really had no idea that you were ever taking it to the level that you ended up taking it to.
It got pretty bad. Well, you know what? It's that thing of like, and I'm still, like, I'm just 2.5-ish years sober, and I'm still processing and figuring out what the fuck went on. You know, I'm still myself kind of working through it.
Because you were working and creative and doing a lot of stuff. It wasn't like you were just holed up in your place doing drugs and drinking.
Well,
you were getting a lot done.
I was very high functioning, as they say. But then I would have 3 or 4 days off where no one saw me, and you were
in a little meth hole or something like that.
Yeah, or just a drunk hole.
Drunk hole.
Yeah, depending
on
the year.
What decade it was, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you could tell from my weight what was going on. Meth, booze.
Okay.
So But you know, the good analogy is it's like there's a little monster in me and a lot of us, and if you keep feeding that monster, it gets bigger and bigger, and you feed it. I'm talking about booze, the booze monster or drugs monster. It just takes over one day.
Yeah.
It takes over and it runs the show, and you don't have a say anymore. And there's this bit of you. This is true for me, and everyone has their own story. There's this little bit of me that was like, I gotta stop doing this. This is really bad. I need to stop drinking. I need help. But this part of me, the monster, had grown up to like the point that it was like, oh, no, I'm in charge. You're gonna get up and get your ass down to the liquor store, and you're gonna rotate liquor stores so the CVS people don't see you coming again like anyone gives a shit.
Right, you wouldn't want to be judged by the CVS people, right, Lady Red?
Crazy, but true, right?
At the Playboy Liquors at the corner of Yucca and Wilcox.
Oh, we see him a lot, and he was on Friends.
Classy. So it had all caught up with me, and I had hit my bottom. It wasn't a super low bottom, as they say, and thank God, no DUIs or legal stuff. But thank God for my good friends and my sister, who's a social worker. And it got to a point, and she was like, you've hit your bottom. You need help. You have insurance. You're going into rehab. And I was so sick and tired, and I felt terrible. I was miserable. I was incredibly depressed. I was suicidal. And I was like, I want out of this. Anything. I'll do anything to make it work. And I think that's why I've stayed sober. I'm so much fucking happier. Not that you can't have the time of your life on drinking and drugs.
Right.
I certainly did for a long time.
You had fun.
But it just fucking caught up with me, you know? And I didn't have kids to take care of or even a pet. I didn't have a steady job. So I was just like, oh, I'll just stay drunk all day. I got a hangover. Guess what cures that? The rest of that Kettle One in the freezer.
Right.
And then slippery slope. Slippery slope. P.S. in the blood. Genetically, you know.
That's part of your history, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of Irish in there, a lot of waspy and Irish drinks. So.
But now you're what, 2 years?
I had 2 years on June 23rd, so
let's hear some fucking applause. I'd also like to personally shout you out for being someone who's gone into AA but has not turned into an asshole. And who's not turned into a judgmental bitch. And you don't have a problem if someone has a cocktail around you. Though I respect whatever choices you want to make. I've met many people who become judgmental dicks after they go to rehab. And though I'm glad they're happy, they're horrible to be around because they're rude and they're very look down on you for having a cocktail.
And you really second A is not for asshole.
You've done it with grace and charm and style.
Johnny, thank you so
really
much.
Have. And you've become so productive since then.
That's a fucking thing.
You have so many projects going on. One of the really exciting projects you have is this web series called Paragon School for Girls.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the trailer for Paragon School for Girls. This is some trippy shit. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Paragon, School for Girls.
We're gonna have a whole lot of fun this year.
Where's Sunny? Girls, I need your quiet attention. Sunny has graduated from Paragon School for Girls. Their eyes are everywhere.
What is this place?
It's a special school.
Hey, you guys, I can shrink here. I mean, I can do that. If you want.
This isn't a school, this is a prison.
Now, why would you say something like that?
Prison. Are the girls okay?
I honestly don't know.
Hey, Qween! That was you at the very end. You've been famous for playing a lady a lot of different times, but I've almost never gotten to see you as a lady, except recently when you did a legendary show. You did a live version of the Golden Girls with Jackie Beat as Dorothy, Sherry Vine as Blanche, Drew Droege as Rose, and you were Sophia. Let's take a look at that picture. Yes! Oh my God!
Wow.
When you came on stage as Sophia, I said, what the, oh my God. You looked and acted exactly like Sophia. It was amazing.
Johnny, when I put that wig on, because we typical drag queen fashion, we didn't rehearse that thing with Sherry in town until the night before we opened.
That was the most amazing thing about that. Y'all just learned the lines, did them exactly like the Golden Girls did them, and you put it up, and it was a huge smash. Yeah. No rehearsal. You were just brilliant.
Thank you.
Sophia. So good.
And we're doing it again in January. I think the 3rd weekend of January at Casita del Campo. So keep an eye out for that.
Check that out.
The second I put that wig on and put those glasses, boom! It was troubling.
It was like, first of all, Jackie looks exactly like Dorothy. Sherry Vine's line readings were Blanche on the nose.
Perfection.
Drew is scarily looking exactly like Rose, and you were exactly like Sophia. If you get a chance to see it, and I know y'all are going to be taking that around and running away from the Golden Girls lawyers.
Yes.
You should definitely check that out.
Thank you.
And you also are working with Drew Droege on a big, exciting project, but just currently a live stage show.
Yes, and he and I do a show called Strong Choices, or Stronger Choices, which is the sequel. And we play these asshole gay ex-lovers who live in Temecula and come down to LA to do a showmanar and teach everyone what they're doing wrong.
They're very new agey, and they have scars, and they dance to Carly Simon's "Let the River Run," but they're horrible and awful people.
And we fight on stage, and then we make out, and we try to fix people.
It's just horribly wonderful and delightful.
But now it's in development at a big production company.
I
You know, but we can't say.
We can't say anything about that. It's very, very exciting. Oh, honey, you've been so great on the show today that you have snatched yourself a trophy, honey. And I know you love the comfort of a man, so you've also won yourself a lap dance. Now, Tyler, I want you to get in there. I want you to fuck the shit out of him. I want you to poke your boner and your asshole right on that dick. Sam, I want you to touch it all. You haven't touched a man in a long time. Get in there.
Look at that.
That's right, Tyler. That's how you do that job. Now, Lady Red, take us out with some black lady screaming.
Hey, Queen! Hey, Queen! Hey, Queen! Hey, Queen!
Awesome! Thank you for being here, Sam. I think Sam's having an orgasm right now. You're getting the special. Yes! All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye, baby. For more Hey Queen, check us out on theStream.tv. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Daily Motion, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And we'll just have a gay old time, right, baby?
Yes, honey.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Hey, Qween.